Hey guys, what's up? Tori here. So I'm just here to do a quick 1 month update on Bowen here. Bowen turned 1 month old on this past Wednesday. Today is actually Saturday, so this past Wednesday, March 8th, he turned 1 month old or 4 weeks old. And today's Saturday the 11th. So I just wanted to do a little update on him because Braylee's actually down here napping. This is kind of what my life looks like at nap time. She just likes to curl up by me and she just falls asleep right on the couch by me. And usually I keep him snuggled by me in case he needs to nurse. He nursed not that long ago, so he should be fine. He's starting to get sleepy, so if he fusses a little bit, it's just because he's kind of trying to work on falling asleep. It's kind of what he does, and I forgot to grab his passy, and I'm kind of nap trapped. So it'll be okay. But Bowen is such a good baby. Like, I literally feel like we won the baby lottery with him. He fusses when he's tired, and then otherwise just cries when he's hungry. Otherwise, he is really a super good baby. He only wakes me up. He's not sleeping through the night yet, but he only wakes me up for sure at least once at night, sometimes twice. It kind of just depends on when he nursed last and how big, like if he took bigger gaps between nursing during the day or not. It kind of varies, but and really that's really, I think, quite good for a newborn, because some people have newborns that are super fussy that are up like all night long. Some people get up like 4 times a night to feed them, and since he's been born, I've literally only gotten up like ever twice at night with him. Like, he's been super good. He also is a baby that just loves to be cuddly, snuggly, held, loved. If he's not being held and snuggled while being held, he likes to be wrapped tight when laid down. I put him in a sleep sack at night, and that's how he sleeps, because he likes to just be tightly wrapped and snuggled. Sorry if the camera's shaking a little bit. I'm trying to settle him because he's, like I said, he's getting sleepy here. So I don't know exactly how big he is at the moment, because his next well child is at 2 months, and the last time we took him to the doctor was like 2 weeks ago now, almost, because it was his 2-week well child. At his 2-week well child, he was 8 pounds 2 ounces, and he was like 20 1/4 inches or something like that. I don't know. I feel like length, I'm not entirely sure what to think of, because he was measured at 20 1/2 inches at birth. And then when I took him to his very first pediatrician visit, they measured him at like 19 1/4 inches or something like that, and then they now put him back at 20 inches. So I don't know exactly what that is. His pediatrician was like, oh, maybe he had a little bit of a cone head, so he measured a little bigger. And I was like, he didn't seem like he had a cone head at all at birth, but I don't know. Maybe one just of them measured wrong at some point. I don't know, but that seemed a little funny to me. But yeah, I would say now, since that last well child, my guess is he's probably around the 9 to 10 pound mark by now, because he is a very good eater. He nurses great. He has no problems with that. I've actually been able to start working on my milk stash for when I go back to work, because he sometimes will go bigger gaps between eating, and then I get really full. So then I just go ahead and pump off just to get it pumped off and to start creating my milk stash for when I go back to work. I won't be going back. May 3 is my plan for my first day back to work, because that'll be at the 12-week mark, and the latest I can go back is May 4, but May 4 is a Thursday, and I'm just like, go back to work for 2 days and then have a couple of days off. I'm like, I feel like 3 days is kind of a little bit more like a little bit better of an ease back into work before having a full week back to work. So I'm planning on going back May 3, because my paperwork said I could go back May 3 or at the latest May 4. So I'm just planning on May 3 for my first day back to work, just to do 3 days going back, just to kind of ease my way back into work a little bit, and then have a full week back that following week. So yeah. And then how mom of 2 life is going. In the beginning, it was a little bit like crazy hectic. I was feeling like I was, it was kind of a lot to figure out, but now, like, getting into a pretty good rhythm and swing of things, and it's every day it gets a little easier, and I'm starting to feel like the new normal is becoming now just the in general normal is starting to feel like it. I'm saying this now while I'm not working. We will see what I say when I go back to work, because I will admit, because I'm a full-time working parent, that I am a little bit nervous about when that happens, but I still got time to enjoy, and I'm just right now I'm going to focus on enjoying my time off with my babies, instead of worrying too much about going back to work. But yeah, that's going well. And how I'm doing postpartum, I'm actually feeling really good. I haven't had any pain for a long time. My bleeding had pretty much stopped. It kind of started back a tiny bit again, which I think I remember it doing with Brayley too. But otherwise feeling really good. No major like issues or anything like that. My 6-week postpartum checkup is in a couple of weeks. My actual appointment, I'll be 7 weeks postpartum by the time I have my actual appointment. But yeah, because the way they scheduled it is they scheduled it based on when I'd be 6 weeks from my actual due date. But obviously I was induced 1 week before that, so it kind of got pushed back a little bit, but that's okay. So yes, and when I go back from my postpartum visit, I am going to ask about getting my IUD put back in, at least for now. He is going to be our last baby. We are only planning on having the two. So I mean, down the road, one of us might do something more permanent to keep us from having kids. But for now, I just plan on getting my IUD put back in, to prevent any more pregnancies, because we are content with the two, and just kind of the way our lives are and stuff, we feel that having any more than that would just be a little too much for us. And also, if we were to have more, we would need a bigger house, because our house isn't huge. So yeah, we feel content and happy with the two, especially because, we have our one of each. We have our girl down here, and then we have our little boy. So yeah. But yeah, as far as other updates with Bowen goes, he really is pretty strong. He's really lazy about tummy time. Like if I lay him on the floor on his playmat for tummy time, he literally just lays there and chills. He doesn't do anything. But if I lay him like against my chest or like across my lap or set him up, he will actually like hold his head really good and look around and all of that. But you lay him on a mat for tummy time, just lays there, chills. It's like, oh, okay. If you lay him on his back, he will roll back and forth side to side a whole lot. He has yet to do any actually rolling over, like from back to front or front to back at all. He just kind of rolls side to side, at this point. And I have caught him smiling a few times. Like they're at this point they're not like super, like you can't make him smile yet, but like he will every once in a while do kind of like, I don't know, I guess what I like to call like those first like accidental smiles, like they're not super intentional yet, but I have caught him doing it a few times, and it's super cute when he does do it. Brayley loves him. She actually calls him her Bobo baby, because sometimes Matt and I call Bowen Bobo. So she calls him her Bobo baby, which is really cute. And she loves coming up and giving him hugs and kisses. And she'll ask to hold him sometimes. And like when we leave somewhere, like she always is making sure that we remember the baby and we grab the baby. So she does really love him. And she'll like interact. Like if I put him in the swing, she'll sometimes give him pushes on the swing and stuff. And she'll interact with him, like if I lay him on the play mat too. So she does interact with him and do stuff with him, and she really is very good with him. We do sometimes have to give her reminders, like, you gotta remember to be gentle or do little pushes in the swing, don't do big huge pushes. But otherwise she does good, and she's starting to adjust well. I mean, I cannot say she's done terrible. Sleep wise, she's actually done worse than he has. But she's been having issues with sleep before he was even born. So I mean, I don't know if like that was just sensing the change coming, and then now the change has happened, and that's the adjustment with it, because we have it with her where sometimes she fights going to bed at night. Sometimes she will wake up randomly at night and then be up for like 2 hours or more. Or quite often she's just up really stinking early in the morning, like anywhere between 5:30 and like 6:30 at the latest. I mean, we're talking, we think it's sleeping in if she makes it to 7. So that's kind of what we deal with her sleep. So we don't know if it was just the anticipation of the change and then now the change, or if there's something else going on. I don't know. If it doesn't if we don't get any major improvements by the time she has her next well child, which is in May for her 2.5-year well child, I'll probably ask her pediatrician about it and see if maybe that there's just something more that we can do to help her get good sleep, or if this is just a phase. It could very well be too, but yeah, we'll see. So overall, though, she has been well. Other than that, I mean, and she's 2, obviously. She has moments, but she's done well. And overall, as a family, we are adjusting pretty well, I think, and getting used to things. So cannot complain. But yeah, so this is just kind of the 1 month update in general with everybody since Bowen's been here. As you can see, he loves to be snuggled, as he is just now like snuggled right up into me. Don't mind my mess over there. There's always mess all over. You can see Braylee was building blocks. I have my juice cup. There's her. There's, some baby essentials over there. Just, mom life. Just is what it is. I do keep a pretty clean house, though, for being a mom of 2 now. I gotta say, like, I don't even, my living room even isn't too trashed at the moment. And I actually just completely cleaned the house yesterday, too. So, but yeah, so that is really all the updates I can think of. If you guys have any questions or anything for me, you can feel free to leave them in the comment section. But that is pretty much everything in this mom of 2 life. So I'll just kind of stretch out so you can see all 3 of us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love ya.